Welcome everybody back to Timberborn Season 2 Smallest Map Series. In today's episode, I think what I'm going to do is actually plan out the uh, the old bot building area kind of thing, like that, and work out what I'm going to do in terms of that industrial-like area. So let's get straight into this and get a rocking and a rolling. So, as you guys know, we've built this huge platform up here. Obviously, it's still being constructed and built. We do have a small sort of mining area over here as well, which these are actually still ready to detonate. I believe I was going to place in a underground storage there, which yeah, does actually indeed fit quite nicely into that little place there, which I was going to fill up with scrap metal, like so. So, what are we going to do in today's episode? Well, indeed, this will be built at some point at a later date. So, what we're going to do today is unlock all of these buildings here. Now, the problem with the bots with this particular um, line of uh, beavers, this particular colony of beavers is that the beavers, I mean the bots, require the refineries. Now, it's not the end of the world because it's not too difficult to get all that stuff set up. It's just that it's kind of difficult in the long run because you have to have a consistent supply of food and stuff for the bots to essentially run off of. Just quickly do this. So that is literally going to be our like bot setup thing. Apparently there is a something is paused at here. Play. Okay, interesting. Maybe it's something. That one. That one. I think what I'm going to have to do is delete that. Okay, cool. Now that works, and then now we can place back in that bot assembler. So all these buildings here will obviously be powered and will of course work at some uh, future stage and point. Now the beavers will obviously build all of this up. It will take quite a long time to do, but it should look quite nice, everything being up here and everything being constructed all in one nice lovely place. So hopefully everything looks good. Right. So the other thing is obviously the refinery stuff. So you can't, I believe you can't use carrots and stuff for the refineries. So you can use spadadoc or maple syrup. Maple syrup obviously makes the other stuff. So we can use potatoes. We can use potatoes, right? So we do have some potatoes up here. We just need to start storing them and not using them. So we'll put in probably 2 refineries and a large storage up here. Now, obviously, these probably will not be built in this episode because they still have like tons of work to do. Obviously, this was going to store biofuel. Now, that's the only issue with these particular beavers using the folk tails rather than the iron teeth. Now, with the iron teeth, we can basically just put battery packs up and they will just use the battery packs, and everything is pretty fine with that, to be fair. We still have plenty of food and plenty of water. I'm kind of letting everything just run at this point in time. In fact, we have so much food and water that I might even just take this little sliver here, take that away from being wheat and turn it back to being potatoes. I shall also pause that building and just store potatoes in here. So this is our sole normal potato storage. Goes in there. So all this should, in theory, get all taken away. Like so, we'll sort of high prioritize that. So hopefully it will all get done. So I'm going to let it run for a short while. Hardly any of the stuff will get built up, but I'm not too worried about that. We'll plant some more potatoes in and get that going as well. But yeah, the beavers are absolutely flying through this stuff. And there we go. So I'm going to let this run. Obviously, they're gone to bed now, and we'll see what they get up to in the morning. We also would like to start reconnecting some of these things. Should probably high prioritize that, and then replace that with a bigger thing. They will take those resources first before redoing it. So let's leave that to do what it does best, and I'll be back in a moment. So after a short while later, the beavers have sort of cracked on with this stuff up here. They've almost built the entirety of the platform required. And they're cracking on, to be fair. The water pumpers are completely full of water. We are obviously waiting for some metal blocks for that, but we are also struggling for some other things like beavers. Now, we're struggling for wood, but wood's kind of going to be a problem in this no matter what. We are also in the middle of a drought, I believe, so hopefully we should be okay and get through the drought relatively easily. We are obviously building this wooden tower up here, and we didn't have hardly any gears being made. Now we're sort of building a bigger supply of planks now because they aren't particularly being used as much as they were originally being used. But we are going to struggle for water, so we'll let some more water out. Hopefully that doesn't that did exactly what I thought it was going to do, just drain. All the way out. Which is kind of exactly what I didn't want it to do. So now that's all nice and green. We should get plenty of more logs in now. We should have plenty of logs coming in. Hopefully, anyway. These guys don't actually have anything to do because the water supply is so low. Actually, that means that we can pause all of those beavers and get them doing other jobs that require are in higher demand, I should say. Along with Probably demolishing these paths here. Now there is a maple there, but they can stay. Just trying to think where else I can put trees, but I've got a huge area down here, which is just trees. So I was kind of just like, could just do sort of that kind of thing. I don't know if they can actually demolish these. Oh no, they can. Just do that, that. Because I don't think I can just replace now. So they'll get done in the morning. I'm going to replace all of that with just maple. I know they take longer to grow, but the fact that they give us more wood in return is better than not having them at all. Same with up here, to be fair. If I tell the beavers to demolish all of those, again, higher prioritize those as well, like so. They're going to crack on with doing that, and we can then place loads of maples in, and they should get planted relatively quickly, to be fair. Oh, they're up here now, great. Do like all of that. So yeah, they're all the maples in. And now it's nighttime, so that's not great. So there's lots of maples in down there. So they all obviously take, I think it's 30 days, yes. So they'll take 30 days, but they'll give us 8 logs each, and that's that whole section there. Obviously, there's a bit of, obviously we have a sort of massive shortage of a relatively large shortage of wood in the district, so kind of need these things to be built relatively quickly. Um, Wood is something that we always keep running out of, though, but we do have a lot of birch and a lot of other stuff too, so I might even tell them to cut these down. And then when they are cut down, we'll tell them to then get replanted, and then once they're replanted, we'll tell them not to cut them down next time, so that next time we can sort them out. Right, so we will tell them to not cut down those, or those, or those. And then that means Mr. Tapashak should, in theory, be all good to go. Now he's full of maple syrup as well, so some of the trees did actually not need cutting down for a little while, so you know, all these buildings have had their planks put in. Oh, that got built, cool. So you're going to actually make, out of potatoes, you're going to make that. You take water and, well, the drought's finished, so I think we might have drained that out quite a bit this time during that drought. So yeah, these guys are making the biofuel. Obviously, we don't actually really need that any at the minute, so but one of them actually should be okay. So actually, let's stop making that one. Let's put some water in there. So now we should start having a supply of planks coming in because all of this is now built. Everything's going to flood momentarily until everything sorts itself out. That's good. All the power's good now. and all of these buildings are now actually being built up with planks and gears and metal blocks and stuff. We don't have any water pumpers, so we should probably sort that out, which obviously means that we're going to have a relatively short supply of workers momentarily. Let's put some more potatoes in here. This is obviously just for biofuel, so the potatoes will not be really used all that much. And obviously these can hold like 50 of each resource, so hopefully not too bad. Right, so we'll also pause you, because don't really need any of that at the minute actually. How's this mine getting on? Oh, that does explain where a lot of the gears are going. So yeah, I actually want you on. Maybe we need another house. Yeah, let's put in another triple lodge in here. We should be able to build that up really quickly, to be fair. Why don't you pause you? Because you're kind of not really doing a whole lot at the minute. Still leaves 3 jobs without workers. Not that we really need these dudes up here at the moment. So we'll pause those. That leaves 1 beaver with nought to do. It's cool. That means we got a spare beaver. I think we'll just well, we don't need any more signs, do we? We can put 2, pause that, right, and then put 2 beavers in there, which gives us 3 beavers spare. Obviously we got that, which is obviously making the biofuel. Kind of would like you guys to start doing more. Of these, please. However, you prioritize those. Problem is that they need logs, so it's not great. Prioritize maples, please. Wood's not too bad, to be fair. We do have this whole corner full of it, to be fair. And now we got 5 beavers spare. So always when you don't need them is when they come, but then when you do need them, they're nowhere to be seen. So we take that wheel out of mission and place in another big one. I prioritize that. Yeah, so we're getting a big supply of planks now. We shall turn the secondary gear workshop on. We'll leave the dynamite production for now. We are good also for paper, so this will obviously get built up relatively quickly. Gears are something that we are going to need a lot of at some point. And all our planks are gone now. So thinking maybe it's worth putting another plank building in, because we can put it up here. It's not good. Also demolish that so they can actually get there. So yeah, they're gonna need planks and all that stuff too. Actually, kind of want to demolish that and that. Put a single platform in, and then put a staircase in, so they can go like. See when this is all built up and stuff, they can crack on with that. They're actually nearly almost ready to go, which is kind of crazy. As soon as we get them in, it's going to be mental. But I think that's where I'm going to leave today's episode here. We got so much more building going on up here. We got the whole bot area going on, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy to build all this. But I think in the long run it will be worthwhile, and obviously the gears and stuff are coming along nicely. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you do have any comments and suggestions of what I should do next, then please do let me know. And the gravity batteries from last episode are, yeah, they are definitely coming in handy, especially when they are now at 0. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye.